Hello, teacher Yvonne. My name is Valentin Piña Martinez. This is my prayer about how I think schools will be like in 100 years. So let's go. In my opinion, schools will become more advanced, more personalized, and more intelligent than the schools we have today. Some people say education will be completely virtual. However, others believe that school will continue to exist, but in a different way. And I agree with that idea. First, I will talk about the architecture of future schools. Future schools will be bigger, smarter, and more flexible than current schools, and they might even be the most advanced buildings in the world. If technology exists, schools adapt automatically to students. For example, classroom could change shape and walls might become interactive screens. With continuous technological progress, schools will become full interactive environments. If we have this technology today, students will feel more comfortable and motivated. In the past, people had designed simple schools, but architecture has evolved significantly. Before modern buildings exist, students had been studying in very basic conditions for many years. Now I will talk about the equipment students will use. Students will use tools that are more advanced than laptops and probably the most intelligent device ever created. They might use smart glasses, artificial intelligence assistants, or even brain-connected technology. Students must learn how to use these tools correctly and they should use them responsibly. They might access information instantly and they may interact with virtual environments. Some experts said students will stop using books. They explained that students will stop using books because everything will be digital. If the students use these tools correctly, they will learn faster and more efficiently. Next, I will explain the subjects students will study. Future subjects will be more creative and more useful than today's subjects, and maybe the most important in history. Students might study emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence, ethics, and decision-making skills. Studying emotional intelligence helps students understand people better. If schools include these subjects, students will develop better abilities. Without these subjects in the past, people would have been less prepared for a real life. By the future, students had already developed skills that we cannot imagine today. Now, let's talk about teachers. Teachers will be more dynamic and more adaptable than current teachers. There will be human teachers and artificial intelligence teachers and hybrid teachers. AI teachers can explain topics faster, but human teachers might understand emotions better. Students have to learn from both types of teachers. Some people said robots will replace teachers. However, I don't think so. Others said that robots might not replace teachers completely. Before artificial intelligence exists, teachers had been working alone for many years. So I think the same. Now I will talk about study hours. Students will have more flexible schedules than today. If students are tired, they can rest and continue later. Motivated students will study more time. In the past, students had studied for many hours without rest. If schools had changed their schedules earlier, students would have learned better. Finally, I will talk about extracurricular activities. Activities will be more exciting and more immersive than today's, and maybe the most valuable experience in education. Students might explore virtual worlds, simulate space missions, or create real projects. Students might experience extreme situations safely, and they have to work in teams. If students practice in simulations, they become more skilled and confident. In conclusion, future schools will be better, smarter, and more personalized than current schools. If education improves, students will be more prepared for real life. 100 years ago, people had never imagined the technology we have today. So It is very possible that schools in the future will be completely different from what we expect now. And that's it, teacher. Thank you for attention. This was my prayer about how I think school will look in 100 years. I hope you like it. And see you later, teacher. I'm Valentin Piña. Goodbye.